Hello everybody, welcome to Stan's Garage, the behind the scenes look at the IT industry, sharing the insights to help you maximize your technology investment. So today I'm going to start a new segment that I've dubbed Another Week, Another Hack. We're going to dive deep into the latest noteworthy company to fall victim to hacking or ransomware, what's transpired since, and what they might have been able to do to better protect themselves. And before you ask, yes, this week's hackers were once again Russian. So, the latest event hitting the news is about a company many of you have probably never heard of before called Kaseya. They got hit with a ransomware attack. And you're probably asking, who or what is a Kaseya? Huh? Well, the average person, unless they work in the IT or related industry, likely has no clue. Kaseya is a US-based company produce a wide range of software and applications that are primarily used by IT service providers, the most prominent of which they call VSA, Virtual Systems Administrator. This software allows those providers to monitor and remotely access their clients' computers, which is pretty ironic, right? The guys doing the securing are the ones who got hacked. Well, not if you really think about it, right? Like, who would you target if you wanted to cause the most digital carnage? Right? It's all coming together now, isn't it? So basically, by hacking software like this, the Russian hacking group Are Evil can gain access to the many companies the IT service providers support. That's why the news keeps calling this a supply chain attack. Hack one thing, get access to potentially thousands, potentially many more. Think of it this way. If a burglar could learn to break into one type of lock that gains access to the most number of homes, they'd probably start there. Well, Are Evil is an elite hacker group. So this and the many other similar products out there are likely right in their crosshairs, along with the other countless hacking groups out there. So these sorts of suppliers really got to get on their A+ game and spare no expense when it comes to security. So how does something like this happen? Well, those details are still a bit grainy. There are reports that Kaseya had an unpatched vulnerability going back a few months, and as these unpatched vulnerabilities tend to go, especially high-value one like this one got compromised. And the hackers were pretty smart about it too. They waited until the Friday before the 4th of July holiday to strike. They knew many people would either be on or getting ready for a long weekend, and they were hoping to catch them with their guard down. Now, Are Evil is demanding a $70 million payoff for the companies affected to get their data back. That's gotta sting. Well, who got hit? Big notable one, Swedish supermarket chain Coop or Co-op. They had to shut down 800 locations due to this. Otherwise, not a ton of other reported victims, but the number is estimated about 800 to 1,500. And while this is no consolation to those who were affected, this was limited to self-hosted software. The people on Kaseya's cloud, either SaaS or other solutions, were potentially in the clear. Now they're still down, and it's been over a week and counting. So it hasn't been made clear if those hosted clients were saved by enhanced security that Kaseya provides, or simply because they've been shut down and have been kept down. I guess we're going to have to wait and see what happens when they finally do come back online. So, what happens from here? Well, there'll be a ton of money spent on forensic investigations, a lot of finger pointing, and if it shakes out like most of these do, the guys paying for those investigations will point the finger at poorly secured, self-hosted servers. So, I'm not saying that adhering to best security practices isn't paramount to the job these days, and I'll reserve judgment until more information is released about this alleged unchecked vulnerability in the software. Now, will many providers try and flee Kaseya? Yeah, potentially, but this really can happen to any of the alternate solutions out there, and likely will. So unless you're ready to stay offline, you really need to stay on top of your security. Now, do I think hosting things like this yourself is a good idea? Probably not. No matter how skilled and diligent you try to be, you can't compete with the resources of a multi-million-dollar company hosting their own platform. Now, especially in the light of what just happened, they're likely going to go over the top with security measures. Now, all you can do as an individual is adhere to best practices. And that's doing things like using strong passwords with two-factor authentication, making sure your systems stay patched and up to date, using a third-party next-gen security software. This will proactively detect and block things, and also use a next-generation firewall that will also proactively go out and block things like that. But I mean, that more or less sums up the incident and what happened. If you guys have any comments or questions or have any updates, please post them in the comments below. Like and subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one.